All right, 9:15, Northeast Ohio. They rang in the new year with a fresh coat of snow. And get this, they've got more on the way. Multiple counties are now under wind alerts and snow alerts. Areas expecting anywhere from 3 inches up to a foot. And to make matters worse, temperatures there are only hovering in the 20s. So when they get their snow, it's not going anywhere. It's freezing.
No.
Kind of like the snow we got in Christmas.
Same here. And I don't know if you notice that snow, it's really like fluffy and
It
powdery,
is.
so it adds up really quick.
It's going to be a nuisance.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have none of that here.
No, it's just cold. It seems like it's bringing me back to my years when I was a kid, because you had all these cold temperatures.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any snow to go along with it.
It's like, at least give us both if we're going to have to deal with it, right?
That's what I say. I'd rather have this cold and snow and just give it to us, right? Get it over with. But anyway, hey, it's great for backyard the skating rinks, and definitely need to be careful for some of those ponds and some of those lakes out there. You definitely want to check with your local authorities. Make sure those ponds and lakes are safe before you start venturing on them. So today, 7:13 a.m. sunrise, and for the next couple of days, we'll see that. That is the earliest, the latest the sun will rise. And then by January 9th, look what happens. 7:12, we start seeing those sun rises earlier, and then we'll start to see those sunsets later. So that's some great news there. And by February 2nd, Groundhog Day, 5 p.m. sunsets will be with us. So lots to talk about in terms of the sun, but we're really not getting much warmer, even though we're getting more sunlight, right? 27 in Boston. We're seeing some clouds and sun, a few flurries scattered across the area, but really not amounting to too much. Big story today is the wind gusts over 25 miles per hour, making it feel more like the teens. So that's how you want to dress as you're heading out this morning. Also, a very dry air mass over New England. We're seeing dew points. That's how we measure moisture in the air, in the single digits, even in the teens right now. When you see dew points that low, very dry air mass, you definitely need to add some moisture to the air. So if you have a humidifier, definitely want to crank those up. And that's how things are looking in terms of that. Mostly in the 20s across much of the area. Colder temperatures just to the north of Massachusetts. In New Hampshire, Concord, you drop down to 21, Keene down to 22. And that colder air is continuing to seep into southern New England. And once we get into the afternoon, temperatures will moderate just a little bit into the lower 30s. But that wind is going to make it feel a lot colder, like what we're seeing right now. Feels like 15 in Boston, like I said, 12 in Fitchburg, 9 in Concord. Wind is definitely a factor today, but we're not seeing much in the way of storminess, even in our 10-day. Really not much going on. But we do have a storm that's moving across Montana. It's going to dive through the central plains and then eventually eject off the mid-Atlantic coastline. We were watching that storm, thought maybe it could sneak into the area, but right now it looks like it's staying far enough south not to bother us as we start the new work week. Some lake effect snow showers coming off the lakes, and some of those are even making it into the Berkshires right now. Seeing several inches of snow there, even across the Vermont Green Mountains into the White Mountains. Radar doesn't do too good of a job picking it up, but we are seeing some decent snows, especially across northern Vermont, where you're seeing snow is exceeding 10 inches of snow there. Here in the Boston area throughout the afternoon, we'll see temperatures rising through the 20s, the upper 20s, into the lower 30s this afternoon. Could see a renegade flurry here or there, but overall it's a dry day. And then through this evening, we'll start to see snow showers diminishing across the northern and western mountains, and maybe a couple of snow showers possible overnight tonight across the Cape. Some ocean effect snow showers there. Winds today cranking over 20 miles per hour, bringing those wind chills into the teens, even some single digits overnight tonight into tomorrow. And we'll continue to see single digit feels like temperatures even into Sunday. So we'll have a cold start to tomorrow, wind chills in the teens. So basically a cold stretch of weather. We don't really see temperatures rising above freezing until the later portion of the 10-day forecast. We remain breezy and cold, but you know what? It is New England, so maybe we'll see something pop maybe 5-7 days out, but right now looks mostly dry. Back to you, Lauren.
Likely change at the drop of a dime. Thank you, David.